So here we are, Mark, back on another video with cooking with essential oils. This is spaghetti and meatballs.
Absolutely. So,
yeah, which I love, kids love.
Grew up one of my fan favorites and still one of my favorites, and I think it's one of my kids' favorites as well too, which is awesome. So we're going to get on that today and do it. And then I want to give a little plug because I walked in and I always love new and exciting things that people are coming up with, and I think being entrepreneurs like we are, our things were in our business were always cool creations, and we had a friend of ours and a young Libby representative, Nicole Gomez, bring these by to Carlin, and they're a disposable washcloth, which I think is really fascinating. And the cool part of the disposable is they're actually biodegradable. So they come with these beautiful pictures on, and we're actually using one in the sink as well too, and they work really well. But they're a company called sweetthings.ca, I think, and we'll put this in the back. But I thought these were super cool, and I love brilliant ideas when it comes to kitchen stuff.
Absolutely.
And something that we can recycle and repurpose and put in our compost and gets put back into the earth, which I think is always brilliant, rather than going into the garbage piles or into our landfills. So actually really neat. So and we got a couple different types, but I'm excited to use these as well too. So thank you, and keep an eye out for that in the comments and on this video as well too.
Absolutely, we'll have it up in the description.
Great. So we'll get cooking.
Absolutely.
Nice.
So also the oils we're going to be using in the mixture here. So why don't you tell us a bit about where and how we're putting the oils into the meals.
So we've got 4 oils we're using. So we're using black pepper, we're using rosemary, we're using oregano, we're using some nutmeg. And I think nutmeg is sort of the new addition to our group this time that we haven't used before. But I really, there's a couple ways we're using them. We're using them we're going to do some in our meatballs. We're actually going to use all 4 in there. And then we're using the rosemary and the black pepper in the tomato sauce as well too. So, and I like how I read up on this because rosemary is one of my favorite herbs in general. I love the smell of it. I love being in places where it grows outside naturally, because you'll be walking down the street and be like, oh, it's just more just an essence. And I think one of the things they talked about with rosemary is it brings clarity. And I can actually attest to that. I think when I smell my plant at home, or I'm where they have it, you walk by and take that aroma in, it just sort of lights your brain up a little bit, and it just sort of brings a sense to you. I think it's the perfect way to do that. So awesome. So we're excited.
How are we doing it? So we're using a teaspoon of olive oil, you were saying?
Yeah, so we're going to use a teaspoon of olive oil. And once again, I think we talked about this in previous episodes, but always an important thing to talk about when we're adding it into products. To use, you need something to carry those oils with to help it mix through the product. Just to individually drop them in, you wouldn't get the coverage to help it spread through the items you use, or if you take it to rub on a chicken, you want to have something that'll help carry that product through and onto the products and into the dish. So very important on that part. Because we're keeping this really simple today, we're literally using, and you can find this in most garlic stores, but it's a garlic plus is what it's called. And it's just a seasoning mix that has your peppers, it has a little bit of dried peppers, it has parsley, it has garlic in, and it's super flavorful and really easy to use. And then we're using some herbamare as well too, which will help give us our salty kick to both of these dishes. So awesome. And then I think, am I missing? Oh, just we brought today because I want to chat. We're going to use I had some frozen and cooked chorizo sausage that I always do as part of my pre-prep with meals that I do. And I do a lot of this. And I think it's a lot of times when we're in situations where we're in a rush, because that's what we're talking about this recipe, that we got limited time. It's something you can pull out of the fridge already, that a freezer that will be done and cooked and ready to go. So we're literally going to use as a little bonus plus with our meatballs to add that actually in the sauce when we make it today as well too. So we're going to step over to the stove, I think, because we've got to cook some pasta, and we're going to get some meatballs going in as well too. So we'll cut into that, and you guys get to see what we're adding to it today. Welcome over to our stove. As you can see, we've got some water boiling here, and then we're going to be cooking some of Young Living's einkorn spaghetti. And I've tried a few of their einkorn products now, and I really quite love the taste of it. And einkorn is again, it's an ancient grain, so it's an older heritage form of wheat that they're using as well too. So we're going to use that and boil. One of the things I want to chat about is as I've been in the kitchen for my 31 years, you hear all these stories about cooking noodles and pasta and best best ways to do that. And over my 31 years, the best way I've ever found of cooking pasta is to literally add a bit of salt to the water. And you can choose whatever. I always do sea salt, which is great. And what it does literally is just, it increases the density of your water. So what it does is you actually be able to boil your water at a little bit lower heat. And it boils faster, so you get a more rapid boil. Because one of the things that's really important for pasta is you want to have a nice rolling boil to it, because it helps keep the pasta loose and pull apart, because it'll roll in the water a little bit with it. So you end up with pasta that doesn't stick together, and it'll cook a little bit faster as well too. So we're going to we got the whole package of Eichhorn in here, so we're going to literally tip that in. And then we're going to give it a sec, and we're going to slowly just help let that fold into the water. All right, we are back, and our Eichhorn pasta is cooked, so we're going to strain this. One of the things I like to do, and is really great because you can add it to your sauces, I'm actually going to save about a cup of water out of this boiled pasta. And what's really nice about that is because it's got some of the starches from the noodles in there, and then you actually get to the saltiness of the water, it actually adds like a bit of a flavor agent and a thickener to the sauce when we add that in. So we're gonna set that to the side. And the other thing we're gonna do is we're gonna turn on our cold water. And reason to do that, it's actually just easier on your pipes and your sink and your plumbing rather than dumping the boiling hot water down there. So we're gonna strange that out. We're back.
This is
The
exciting.
creation and magic has happened.
Looks amazing. It's been about 30 minutes.
It smells fabulous. And we're going to show you how to plate up here quickly, but you can use your own free will. If you're starving, it's not going to matter how it looks. You just want to get it in you. So we're going to take and we'll put some meatballs on there. And then some black pepper.
Looks amazing.
Looks ready to go. I'm super excited to try this. Thank you again for joining us.
Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, share it,